Hell, turns out I was right. That was entirely what their plan was. Try and find carbon in Paradox, or at least continue to find carbon, because they've already found him once or twice, by starting with all of the tracks that they know. We've done Brands Hatch, and we've done Monza, and now we're going to Silverstone. I don't know why they didn't go from Brands Hatch to Silverstone, instead of going from the UK to Italy, and then back to the UK. But here we are. And this is a lot of BMWs. There's 7 in a row. And then there's no more for the entire rest of the grid. But here we do have Bubbles, Sonic, Mojo Jojo. I am playing as the Govner. Alex. Ryan Storm, I think is that one. Vermelia, Blossom, and Vert. So, interesting thing, because we've got 2 of the Powerpuff Girls in the same race as Mojo Jojo in the number 14. Sonic, Govner, Alex, and Ryan Storm. And Vert was at Brands Hatch, and so was Blossom. Blossom is actually in both. So we've had a lot of returning drivers in the last few races, so this is kind of certainly hinted at the idea there's just like this big group of like 10, 12 people going between all of these classic Universe Zero courses trying to track down Paradox. We've had Vert, Blossom, 16 Angels, Govner, Alex, Twin Mill, Sonic, Shadow, although Shadow's not here now. I said 16 years already. So we've had 8 drivers that have appeared in at least 2 of the last 3 episodes. Blossom, Ryan Storm, and the Govner have appeared in all 3 of the last 3. Now we've also got Mojo Jojo and Bubbles on this one, so... Oh, look at that, low rev acceleration this car does not have. Well, okay, Bubbles. No, you left it open, then you closed it back on me. Oh. Alrighty then, well. I mean, it wasn't a flawless system, but I have gained the lead any time car. For the Governor, this thing is kind of handling a little bit more like Bedlam right now. Okay! There was not even an attempt to make that corner. The lights are already on. No, they're not. You can't tell me they don't already look like they're turned on. And they actually changed the setup on this car. It actually originally had 0 front downforce, which this thing is already understeering. It certainly didn't need less steering. Because I'm pretty sure this car has basically got the same engine idea, or same basic engine noise as like V8 cars did on PS1 games. Like the old NASCAR games on the PlayStation 1 had engines that sound kind of like this does. Oh. All it took was the slightest bit of aggression, and Govner is just out of here. No, so this car doesn't shift anywhere near the red line. It shifts at 6K flat, but its red line looks to be about 6,800. Okay, I don't know what I was doing there. That was nowhere even close to where I'm supposed to turn in. You know, as awkward as it is with how low the RPMs get before the car downshifts, it is also kind of saving my bacon. Because this thing is very sensitive to throttle input without traction control on. It hasn't spun me yet, only because of traction control, but I mean, you can hear and see how the car reacts to me getting on the throttle and therefore activating TC in some of these turns. It freaks out a lot. Yeah, on a related note, I am wiping the floor with the opponents right now. I don't even use the BMW that much. I've never used it outside of time loop for that matter. And yet here I am, absolutely stomping them. For now. Let's hope I don't jinx it and now I'm going to crash. But considering the car is understeering rather than trying to spin out, and the walls are decently far away from the actual track at Silverstone, that's not, you know, not an immediate concern. Like, I'd have to really screw up to go into a wall. Especially go into it with much force. Enough to, like, actually damage the car too much. Well, that was interesting. Yeah, the anti-roll bars are kind of interesting. That's what the problem is. The car is body rolling so much. And I'm accelerating while it is doing so. And so TC is actually having to come on to prevent me from doing something I'll regret. More or less. Like that. So in reality, the gear I'm in isn't making a difference, it's just the fact that the suspension is a little off. Govner, for all his, any amount of prowess he has in, being a mechanic, really didn't quite nail it with this one, but still seemed to do good enough, the way that things have gone so far. I can actually like take that standing up as I was trying to make sure my leg doesn't just fall asleep on me. Well, this is happening. And I'm recording this right after doing Brands Hatch and Monza. So probably a bit helped too that my like I'm just generally warmed up on the game. Like these UTE cars aren't, you know, drastically different from one another. Yeah, they handle a little differently. I wouldn't drive this the same way I drive the Ford. But just being more accustomed to the game's physics, having been dealing with them for an hour now, is helping me a little bit, I think, in this race. What's funny is, as I remember the league race I did at Silverstone not too long ago. 2-minute ones, these weren't very good. So, I mean, yeah, 2-minute 1 second was decent in race, not qualifying pace, but this is basically qualifying pace because of the amount of fuel I have in the car. Wasn't much more than what I put into my vehicle when I started qualifying. My vehicle at the time being Corvette, which is also probably a good thing that I am getting myself kind of warmed up to the Project Cars 2 physics. Is I do have the finale of said Endurance Championship tomorrow, or actually it'd be today, because it's just about to pass midnight as I'm recording this, so technically tomorrow, but it'll be today by the time of the end of the episode. Technically, although I have yet to sleep. I'll be doing that probably not very long after this recording either. Especially because this affair is kind of putting me to sleep. Well, not directly, but it is absolutely not helping me as far as not being tired. Though if it is midnight, kind of part of the objective is to be tired by this point. So yay, I'm succeeding. That was interesting. Of course, too, that race is at Le Mans, and a Corvette is my vehicle, not a BMW. So while yeah, it is helping me it is good to get accustomed to the physics of the game and how it handles in general. You know, the Corvette is not a BMW, and as such, I'll probably be a little confused when I go to start practicing for the race tomorrow, and realize that it doesn't handle the same. Also, this is not Le Mans. This is a very different track, so, you know, obviously requires different driving style and different driving tendencies than Le Mans. Yeah, the Govner has definitely been here a few times. He certainly knows his way around Silverstone. Definitely bringing all of that experience to bear here. As if I keep this pace, I will probably break the series record for biggest margin of victory. And by keep this pace, I mean don't crash. The current record is, I believe, 17 seconds. That was almost broken by Danny Laguna before he had that happen. Surprisingly, that curb is actually safe. There are very few curbs that are non-lethal in this game, so it's nice to be able to hit one and know my car is not going to suddenly invert itself. Really? I'm going faster? That didn't really feel like that was that good. I'm fast as boy. Also, shouldn't it have been nighttime by now? Been here for 15 minutes. This must mean we're close to Paradox. Somewhat. Of course, being in this proximity is different from knowing where he is. And we could easily just find ourselves walking off in the wrong direction. We didn't need that. Also, that was absolutely terrible. And is definitely not how you're supposed to do that corner whatsoever. Yeah, the sun is just now going down 15 hours into the race. Well, you know, local time, 15 hours, obviously like 15 minutes for me. The longest I've ever played this game for in one sitting, I once played it for 5 hours in a row in one race. I went to a 4-hour-long league race, and I still remember literally saying I could do 2 more if I had to at the end of said race. What the heck? Well, there goes that record, probably. There's no rain. There's no visual indication that there is rain. And yet, I just definitely heard splashing. Oh, the game already knows. What the heck? I didn't tell it to set that. That set itself. What, did Govner know about this? Apparently. What kind of rain is it? Oh, heavy fog again. Oh my god, why? Well, it's a bigger track than Brands Hatch, so it'll take a little longer for the entire track to be wet. I mean, there's not even any rain on the track in this section, as far as I can tell. I mean, now I can see that there is rain because it's rain droplets are running down my taillights, as you can see there. They're kind of dematerializing as soon as they're no longer on my headlights, but they're on there. Well, either way, there will still be at most 4 to go in this race. Oh, it is wet over here. Okay, yeah, I found the water. I have found all of the water. Oh my god. And guess what? The AI aren't going to care, so there goes that entire deficit that I just had. Oh. Oh my god. Where even is the road? I can't tell anymore. It's time for wets. Oh my god. Undoubtedly time for wet tires. Yeah, the first half of the track was mostly dry. That's because it definitely started over here. Oh. 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 Stop! Oh. This thing sounds so weird on the pit limiter. Also, if every single AI doesn't follow me in here, they're literally killing themselves. I don't hear anybody driving down this pit lane, so I think they're actually trying to crash. I see a couple of pit crew guys. I'm gonna get held in here, aren't I? The tires are on the car. What repair? Oh, the one air damage. I just was inside of, I think that was Sonic. So 4 cars did not go in the pits. Oh my lord, I cannot see anything. Good old European weather, am I right? Surprised it stayed dry for Monza in hindsight. There just seems to be some kind of a rain cloud over my head today. Yeah, cars that didn't go in, your reckoning is upon you, and it is black and has yellow headlights. Also, holy crap, there are a lot of puddles on that straightaway, and I'm not enjoying it. None of the steering input was me, it was just the puddles dragging my car in random directions. Oh, Blossom's been absolutely deposited by this. I've seen Aston Martin up there. What the fuck? I'm gonna have to do this. There. Good enough. I've survived. I'm definitely leaning on the weird transmission to keep any amount of traction in this car. I need a lane. Oh, Alex is also struggling with this. And I think it's a BM. There's 2 Stephen Walkers! Didn't know that could happen. Pirelli. And Bubbles. The Powerpuff Girls just decided to make a bad decision. Alex stuck it out with them. Hello, Bubbles! I am here, you stupid blonde idiots. My god. Ugh! I still got no damage, and now I just have to survive 2 laps. I will be under little to no threat from AI, just a lot of threat from puddles and other forms of liquid. Other forms of water. You know, rain. Speech is helpful me, especially when commentating. I literally cannot see anything. I am playing Silent Hill, the racing game. What in the world was that all about? Well, I mean, rain, obviously, but... I would almost deem these unsafe track conditions for racing. But the game doesn't know what the hell that means. What that means. Yeah, they're not. In case you're curious, they're not safe for racing at all. No, stop. And of course the AI don't get affected by rain. That's mean. So I'm losing time to them just by the rain existing, because the AI don't care about your puddles or hydroplaning or traction control or anything. They are racing Terminators. I can't even see the puddles to avoid them. I'm literally not in control of my car anymore. The water is. I'm just along for the ride and praying to God I can complete one more circuit of this hellhole. God damn it, why are all the Assetto Corsa tracks in Europe? Why can't we just have somewhere dry? Ugh. I want to scratch my nose, but I fear if I do, I'm taking my hand off the steering for more than 2 seconds and a puddle's going to send me to the shadow realm. Like the one I just hit. There's a puddle here. There always is. Alright, one more time. If I had known it was going to rain, I could have raised the ride height, but obviously there's no indication of that, so... Yeah? 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 Man, this section is just trash when it is wet. Slippery when wet. How about lethal when wet? That's what the sign should say if we put any around here. Where does it end? Where does it end? Where does it end? Where is the end? Where is the end? Where does it end? Where does it end? Where does it end? Where does it end? This entire straightaway is just water. I really wish it were daylight out right now so I could see where these puddles didn't exist at. I forgot about that! Not that the AI give a flying rat's ass because they just drive right through it like it's nothing. Remember when I was ahead by like 20 seconds? Yeah, me neither. Oh! 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 Who lives in the pineapple? Please kill me! I mean, there's enough rain on this track, it might as well be Bikini Bottom. May as well be drowning right now. One more puddle that I'm aware of, right here. Keyword that I'm aware of. There's probably like 6 more. Oh my god, I've survived. I won. Please don't make me go through heavy rain anymore. I just want a dry race where the game and the AI just cooperate with me. God, these have been like 3 of the hardest episodes I've ever had to do. I don't even care anymore. The race is over. You 2 no-names didn't steal it from me. Ugh. Oh my god. Yeah, you 4, including multiple Stephen Walkers from different... No, that's the car country, not the driver country. I don't know why it mentions the country the car is from and not the one the driver is from, but, you know. Yeah, if I wasn't tired before, that certainly took all the energy out of me just to survive. I was 3 seconds faster than the whole field when the track was dry, and then I lost like a 15-second lead in 2 laps because rain. Isn't that just fun and interactive? Really? I disagree with you.